So when you have these beautiful sports hatchbacks, front-wheel drive sitting in front of you, which one does your money go onto? I think it's a tough decision to make, but let's make it somehow easier by looking at what sets them apart. And so I think personally it comes down to how grown up the Integra Type S is. The reason why I say that is that the Civic Type R is notoriously out there when it comes to styling, but the Integra Type S is thankfully far more subdued, guys. On this note, let's welcome ourselves to AutoStop. Now, there is no missing point. I mean, we can all see is that a subtle lip spoiler sits atop the rear deck lid, which can be finished in carbon fiber as an option. And let's get into the bodyworks. The bodyworks that we're looking at here has been accentuated to maximize the aggression of the Type S. So it comes in with an extra 2.8 inches added to the fenders to house those wider tires that we'll talk about later time. So the front end is specific to the Type S, sporting a larger diamond pentagon grille and a larger opening to feed the intercooler that sits right behind it. The grille and the hooded mounting vent made of aluminium to improve airflow by as much as 170% to enhance the cooling of the turbo engine. Every panel forward of the A-pillar is new, brand new to the Acura Integra Type S. So then, if you go back to and have a look, well, the rear is suitably subtle compared to that of the Civic by sibling or the younger brother, and there is just a common carryover, which is these beautiful triple tailpipes mounted centrally, while the gloss black diffuser, which is optionally to the carbon fiber, is said to aid downforce in the absence of the big weight that we see on the Type R. Now, on the exterior, we are getting 7 different paint jobs colors, and which includes the Tiger Eye Pearl, which has become a staple of Acura's lineup. But if you take the exterior now, what else sets them apart? Let's go have a look at the interior. It's not much, but there's still something that still sets them apart. So unlike the Civic Type R, which comes with red-only interior, take a good listen to this red-only interior. The Integra Type S has 3 color options. You've got the red, the black, and the orchid interior, which is great. But the rest is remarkably familiar, including, the dash layout and the 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster, albeit Acura-specific design. And the 9-inch touchscreen featuring wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is also familiar, except that Acura gets a 16-speaker ELS Studio 3D sound system with a banging 530 watts of kick. Right, so I think I will touch on the steering wheel, which you can see in there, and is leather clad with contrasting station, while the shift boot matches the wheel in color, but is made from ultra suede and not cowhide. And speaking of the shifter, guys, take a look. The Integra Type S has a dark anodized item with red shift markings in there, but this can be swapped out for a titanium shift knob inspired by the old Acura Integra. Right. Another area where these two cars set themselves apart but still closely match is the practicality of this front-wheel drive beauty in a sports car. Acura claims that the Integra Type S is more practical than rivals, in spite of the fact that it houses just 4 persons, and this is largely due to the fact that it has a long wheelbase platform, and it's just a hatchback only version that we get. Now, the hatchback nature of it makes it a better competitor against the rivals in that space, which will be the likes of the CLE 35, the M2335i Grand Coupe, the Audi S3, and the whatnots. But we are not done with it. With 24.3 cubic feet of trunk space and 60/40 split folding rear seats, the Integra Type S is clearly that here, guys. And it comes down with 37.4 inches of rear leg rope, which is pretty substantial compared to 33.9 inches offered by the AMG CLE 35. Pricing will come back to that, but for now, let me just go back and touch on a little bit of the power numbers, which we practically know. Okay, so in terms of power, it is very much close to the Civic Type R. It shares platform, engine, and gearbox to the Type R, but the bigger difference is that the 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine generates an extra 5 horsepower, which outputs 320 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 310 pounds of torque in between 2,600 and 4,000 RPM, guys. So Acura says that a high flow exhaust and model-specific tune are the reason for the extra power, but the reality, they just needed to find an easy way to make the Type S different. Like the Type R, it says those outputs to the front wheels via a 6-speed manual transmission, utilizing a limited slip differential to apportion torque and manage grips when the 265 by 30 profile Michelin Sport 4S summer tires are struggling. But then there are some mechanical changes here that we want to touch on the rubbers and on the Type S. So the rubber finds home around 19 by 9.5 inch 10-spoke alloy wheel finished in sharp grade, and within them are housed brake brakes and 4-piston calipers clamping down up front 13.8 inch rotors. So basically, you've got adaptive dampers that are also standard, but these are shared with the Type R, albeit the Type S specific tuning. Acura points out the 3.5 inch wider front and 1.9 inch wider rear track compared to the standard Integra in a 29 millimeters front anti-roll. And as I bring this discussion to an end, the Integra Type S has 3 drive modes, which is Comfort, Sport, Sports Plus, but also carries over the individual mode found on the Civic Type R. Acura places particular emphasis on the Sports Plus, opening up the valves of the active exhaust system, claiming that everything is tuned up to 11 with show-stopping popping banks for maximum drive management. We don't have the acceleration numbers yet, but as we try and conclude this, let me touch on price and availability. And so Acura hasn't really given any specific numbers yet. We are anticipating an increase over the Civic Type R's $43,000, 295 MSRP, with the rivals from Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz ranging from $46,800 to about $49,500. And, will that 5 horsepower make a difference? And let's find out which one would you put your money on. Availability, we expect it to go on sale in June, in a couple of months from now. So this is what AutoStop got for you. Thank you so much. Have a great day until we same time again. Bye-bye.